Hi, everyone. I'm Charlie Carnaccio along with Ken Mann. Welcome to the show. And we are talking about accounting and things that you need to do. You know, tax season is still a little bit away, but you can never really prepare too early, Ken. And what are some things you could tell people that they should be doing for their personal tax returns now so that when comes time to actually file, it's a lot easier for you or for them if they're doing it by themselves?
That's a great question, Charlie. I like to say that your tax return is the report card on the test that you took during the year. So once December 31st goes over to January 1st, it's kind of too late to do anything to change your taxes for all of 2016 in this case. So, and there really is no extra credit like when you normally take a test, other than you can't put money into an IRA or a health savings account. But in general, there's no extra credit. So it's important, especially if you have life-changing events in the calendar year, to get together with your tax professional and actually do some tax planning. So that what kind of life events can happen? You can get married, you can get divorced, you might get laid off from your job and you're collecting unemployment. You may have gotten a big inheritance from a family member, or maybe you cashed out of your retirement plan because you needed money to live. All those things are going to affect your tax return for the tax year. And if we wait until the following year to figure out those ramifications, you may have a big tax bill and you really can get caught off by surprise. So we highly encourage people when they have any of those life events to contact your tax professional, get a projected tax return done, and if it looks like you're going to owe a significant amount of money, you can make what's called estimated payments so that you're prepared to not, one, get penalties and interest, but also that you're not going to get hit with this big tax bill that you're not prepared to handle.
Well, let's get into your experience and expertise as a certified accountant. Both Ken and his wife Gina are part of Freedom Financial Solutions in Wappingers Falls. And how long have you been doing this?
My wife Gina, who has her accounting degree from CW Post, Long Island University, has been doing income tax preparation since our youngest was on her lap. So, our oldest was on her lap. Our oldest is now late 20s, so over 25 years we've been doing that.
And both of you together?
Well, she started the business on her own, and I came on board part-time while working for IBM, and then in 2008, when my time with IBM was up, I came in full-time in the business with her.
And what kind of certifications do you have?
Well, Gina is what's called an enrolled agent. That is an IRS credential that allows her to represent taxpayers in front of the IRS the same way that a CPA and an attorney can. An enrolled agent has a very strict amount of continuing education that's required. It has to be done every year, and so enrolled agents are considered America's tax experts.
Okay.
And she's also a certified financial planner as well, so she has great credentials on all aspects of the financial and tax realm. I am a QuickBooks Pro advisor, so I've been certified by Intuit to be a QuickBooks professional.
Yeah, we're going to talk about QuickBooks in another episode, the differences between QuickBooks on your desktop and QuickBooks online. But this area is sort of unique because there's really a high percentage of small businesses that are here in the Hudson Valley. And from your take and your perspective, what are some of the challenges from a bookkeeping standpoint or accounting standpoint that small businesses face?
Well, what I see when a small business comes to us with their QuickBooks file, I like to, call interrogate the books. I'm actually not just going to print out the profit and loss on the balance sheet, but I'm actually going to want to look at the entries behind those numbers to see what's really going on. And what I see in general in small business owners is they understand the concept of the profit and loss. What's my income? What's my expenses? And hopefully at the bottom of that, I'm making money and not losing money. But the other side of that, the second most important financial statement is your balance sheet. And the balance sheet lists your assets and your liabilities, and that is usually where I see the areas where things are not properly done. So what are things that I can see wrong on a balance sheet? People don't list the things that they own, their assets. They don't list the things that they owe, their liabilities. So they may buy a car and not put the car on their balance sheet, or put the loan against the car on their balance sheet. And then when they make the car payment, they list it as an expense as opposed to going against that loan. Mm-hmm. And so those are things that are typically done wrong by business owners. Other things that they do wrong is in QuickBooks, after you invoice somebody, you have to attach the payment that you receive against the invoice, and many business owners miss that step and end up potentially double counting income, and the same goes when they write where they receive bills from vendors, if they don't attach the payments to those bills, they can double count their expenses. And so that's where we see a lot of common problems in their QuickBooks files, and that's where I like to, well, first I'll clean up the file, get it correct, and then I'll actually teach the business owner how to properly do it inside of QuickBooks.
Good. Well, we're going to get more into that in future episodes, but that will do it for this edition. And Ken, we want to thank you for coming in. If you want more information on Freedom Financial Solutions, check the website right here at the bottom of your screen, and we'll see you next time.